Keyshawn Davis. Unacceptable. Unacceptable.
Unacceptable.
First and foremost, congratulations, Keyshawn Davis. 12 rounds, unanimous decision victory over Albright in a rematch. If y'all heard what I said prior to the fight, I said that Brian Norman Jr. and Keyshawn Davis will have to end their fight in a knockout. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr. doing what I feel he needed to do. Keyshawn Davis, unacceptable. Unacceptable, ladies and gentlemen. And look, if you've been following the channel, you check the archives. I've been rocking with Keyshawn Davis, supporting Keyshawn Davis since day one. He knows it. The family knows it. People that's familiar with the channel, subscribe to the channel, smash the like button. Y'all know it. But just like it was unacceptable to one of my other favorite fighters, Jerome Bruce Ennis, when he faced Karen Chimichurri the first time in D.C., it was unacceptable. When my guy, Teofimo Lopez, fought Steve Claggett out there in Florida, his performance, unacceptable. These are showcase fights. And on showcase fights, you have to be electrifying. You have to captivate the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans so they can move forward to talk about the fights that truly matter. Like the guys that he called out after the fight. Keyshawn Davis, Devin Haney. Keyshawn Davis, Gervonta Tank Davis. Keyshawn Davis versus Ryan Garcia. Keyshawn Davis versus Atillo. I've been trying to tell the folks, look, I'm going to tell you like this. Boxing is getting very, very boring. Yesterday, we also had the MMA event. Shout out to MVP. Shout out to Netflix. Shout out to Nikisa, Jake Paul. Shout out to Ronda Rousey on the comeback. We're gonna be talking about that event also on the card. I mean, on the live later on today. Shout out to Mike Perry. Shout out to Nate Diaz. Shout out to Francis Ngannou. They entertained. I love it. This was Keyshawn Davis. Should have been his coming out party. Not coming out party because he has performed on the Zone in the beginning of his career when he was doing business with Eddie Hearn. But Keyshawn Davis, I expected way more in this fight. Again, I'm not gonna say no longer going to do top 10 pound for pound list. But I want to do top 10 fighters that's the most influential fighters in the sport of boxing that's going to captivate the imagination, the emotions of the boxing fans. We need entertainment. We just don't need a good win. We just don't need another guy getting a belt, another champion. We need great fights, but great performances. My top 10 fighters is going to be about performances primarily. That's why my new top 5 is the likes of Alexander Usyk and David Benavidez and Bam Rodriguez. You know what I'm saying? You got to give me epic performances. I need epic performances, especially it's going to be a showcase fight. Now, if it's the best fight in the best, all right, I expect the ultimate chess match, right? And, of course, we could see spectacular performance like we saw Bud Crawford versus Earl the True Spence. Why you think Bud Crawford, you know what I'm saying, really took his career to a whole nother level? It was truly because of the performance of Earl the True Spence. If he would have beat Earl Spence like if it was a fight, like a regular fight, like a Bivol versus Beterbiev. But the way that he did it is needed in the sport of boxing today. Boxing needs highlight reel. And when I see an elite talent like a Keyshawn Davis with elite skills, you know what I'm saying, amateur Olympian pedigree, he is a knockout artist. So I expect fireworks, I expect knockouts, I expect stoppage, I expect the hurt game, I expect blood, I expect everything like that, because that's what you could bring to the table, because your skill set tells the world that you could do it. And at the rematch with Albright, yeah, some people be like, damn, you being hard on Keyshawn Davis. No, I am being a true supporter and fan, and I keep it real. Keyshawn Davis is way better than that. You already fought this guy. Boxing needs you because you're capable of it. He could be on my honorable mention in the top 10 because we need guys to entertain. I am bored with boxing. Yes, punch from boxing. I never used to like people saying, but boxing is boring. Boxing is boring. And I need entertainment. That's what I'm paying for. That's what I'm subscribed for. That's why I pay $44 to $45 a month on the Zone, because I want to be entertained. I'm tired of wasting Saturdays and just watching boredom. Putting my family to aside, the kids aside Saturday for those type of performance. I want to see electric performance, especially on a showcase fight. Shout out to Brian Norman Jr. Keyshawn Davis, get back to who you could truly be. I'm not saying that he didn't go for the knockout. Yeah, Albright may be tough. No, you got to be tougher, be better, because you are all of that. This goes out of a message to all the to a lot of fighters. Showcase fights means showcase. Showcase showcase the best of yourself. Give me an illusion, give me perception, give me reality, all in one. So then, when after the fight, the post-fight interview, people are going to be, yo, we gotta see Keyshawn with Devin. That wasn't the energy. And that's and the reason why I say in these showcase fights that it's very important, the showcase fights, the stay busy fights. These fighters don't fight enough. So what's the next time we're gonna see Keyshawn Davis? We're living in the real world, the REEL. The real world. This performance is easily forgotten. Fighters don't have the, what you call it? What's the word? One of the biggest problems in the sport of boxing is momentum, sustaining momentum. These fighters don't fight enough. When is Shakur's team going to be back in the ring? Shout out to Ryan Garcia. Ryan Garcia going to be fighting Conor Ben, right? When is Devin Haney going to be back in the ring? When is Tank going to be back in the ring? Relevant names, the high-profile names is what move every sport, right? Just in the NBA and NFL, you know what I'm saying? When high-profile athletes get injured, it hurts the sport. When fighters don't fight enough, it hurts the sport. And when fighters don't perform to captivate the imaginations, look, everybody was, I was in a bar yesterday, right? And I'm telling the dude, no, let's put the zone. You know what I'm saying? Let's put the zone. He managed to put the zone and stuff like that. And then the people was watching the Netflix. And everybody was stuck watching the Netflix. People didn't even know in the bar. People didn't even know. And all I was hearing in the bar, boxing is bar. Boxing not what it used to be. Man, turn this shit off. Unacceptable performance. Unacceptable. Can't wait for the next fight of Keyshawn Davis, because he's one of the most entertaining fighters in the sport of boxing, and we need you, my brother. We need the entertainment. Peace out. Subscribe to the channel, smash the like button.